Hi guys, I hope you are all enjoying the Bitcoin ride. It just went up to 600 euro, about 700 US dollars in the past month, past 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It came from $400 or so, 350 euro. So yeah, really great. NXT didn't well, just and many other coins just yeah, the ones I invested in do as I have predicted. They continue to drop versus Bitcoin, but in fiat they keep their value, but there are some other altcoins that perform very well and even continue to go up versus Bitcoin or keep their value versus Bitcoin. This has been a new trend since the beginning of this year 2016. We're now half a year in, 6 months in. And that's a new phenomenon, and that didn't happen in previous Bitcoin bubbles, and that altcoins would go up before Bitcoin peaks out, versus Bitcoin, and before Bitcoin peaks out. So that just shows weakness of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is also continuing to lose market share versus altcoins in general. I think it was 95% and it's now 80%. So very likely in this, if Bitcoin goes into a new bubble, we will see some altcoins go up phenomenally. And I hope that the same happens as in previous bubbles, that even weak altcoins go up versus Bitcoin at the end of the bubble, and for me that will be the time that I sell all my altcoins and keep only some Bitcoin. Also will sell heavily Bitcoins, and then I'm looking at a valuation of at least 5 times the all-time high of Bitcoin, which was $1,200. So at least $5,000. But I will now not sell in the way up. I will only sell in the way down. So I've made a lot of mistakes the past 2 years, and the biggest mistake I made was to listen to other people instead of my own gut feeling. If I would have done that, I would have invested more. I would have invested in Ethereum, I would have invested in IOTA, and those investments alone would have made up already for my massive losses in NXT. And I didn't do that. So I think well, it's an important lesson to learn. If you it's just to trust your own feelings, and to choose to take a chance if you're doubting. It's better, I think, to invest in some things that look good, even when you're not fully certain, than to not invest and wait on the sidelines. Of course, there are periods where we have massive corrections and where all risk is punished, but most of the time risk is rewarded, and especially when times are bad. So what else can I say? Yeah, I think a combination of fundamental investing, looking for value, is as well as technical trading. Always when I combine these two, I have the best results. When I ignore one of them, I perform poorly, or I make tremendous losses. So that means looking for something that is looks good from a value perspective. So it's undervalued in your opinion, but only invest when the trend is upwards, when the downtrend has clearly stopped and the trend is upwards. I've made that mistake with NXT, continuing to invest during a downtrend. Well, that really can be very painful when it continues to go down, because you have continued to invest more in it, and so your losses accumulate. But selling even when something is overvalued, then it's not wise to sell as long as the trend is upwards. Like with Bitcoin, fair value in my opinion currently is $2,000, but it will never is something at fair value. It will go straight through fair value. And is it Is it wise to sell when it achieves fair value? No, because it will go to overvaluation. But it's very hard to predict how high this overvaluation is, and we are often wrong. Often we are really wrong in estimating how high something can go. And this has a lot to do with the fact that fiat continues to go down in value by 5% per year. So a new bubble in housing or stock markets will be a lot higher in fiat value than the previous bubble. But in housing or in stocks, it takes 10-20 years for these cycles to go from a low to a high. But in Bitcoin, it can be in only a couple of months or only a couple of years that you get a new bubble. But this new bubble will be 10 times higher, because it's not only a devaluation of fiat that plays here, it's of course a valuation of a new asset class, an important new asset class. It's like a startup company that is able to get a big market. There are strong corrections, but the new highs will be a lot higher than a previous high. So that's why I don't sell any Bitcoin currently, even though it just went up the last 2-3 weeks times 2. No, I sit tight till not till the new all-time high is achieved by 1,200. No, I sit tight till the bubble is clearly over, till there is not a small correction, but there is a new all-time high that's a lot higher than $1,200, so $5,000 at least, but also till there is a very strong correction of not 10-15%, but a strong correction of at least 30, 40, 50%. Only then that's a real break in a bubble. That's a very strong correction, and in the past often you have had a rebound from that. It will go back up. People still believe a lot in it, but the bubble is over, and on that rebound is the best moment to sell, and I plan to sell then strongly. All my altcoins will go out, and Bitcoin also I will sell a lot, and at that point my exposure to Bitcoin altcoins will be like 90% of my portfolio, and I will cut it back to only 20% or 10%, so sell almost everything, and sit back and wait for a maybe not 10-20%, maybe 20-30%, but and then wait for a bear market to not just wait for the price to go down and buy on the way down. No, I don't do that anymore. Even though that has been a good choice for Bitcoin, it has been a terrible choice for NXT for me. So what I will do the next time in the next bear market is to wait till there is clear signs that the bear market is over. so that then the inverse process needs to happen. I'm not gonna buy when it goes down. I'm also not gonna buy on a small correction up of only 10, 20, 30%. No, I will buy when there is when the 200-day moving average has, sorry, when the 50-day moving average, for example, has crossed the 200-day moving average. That's a strong indicator that the market has turned. It's not a guarantee at all. This indicator can cross again, and then you need to sell, but that's how I'm gonna do it now in the future. So a combination of fundamental investing, value investing, and technical trading, and also take a chance when I'm in doubt. Invest a small piece of my capital, 5% in something, even when I'm not really sure, but it really does look good, and in the short term I believe in it. Even when I don't believe in the long term, like with IOTA, for example, I did believe in the short term there was a good opportunity, and I didn't take it, and I would have 10-folded, 20-folded my capital. Those are painful experiences that I pledge not to have again. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and you are all well positioned for a possible new crazy bull market in Bitcoin.